Okay, so hello everyone. Last class we have done with this particular home page, including the nav bar. So we have completed our nav bar. Okay. We have done this logo as well as this navigations as well as this sign up, login, logout interface. Okay, but we didn't add the functionality. Okay, apart from this, we have created this welcome message and I have written some dummy rules. So this is our home page. Now what I want to do, I want when someone click on this home page, right? So this page should appear, which is already appearing. But when someone click on Java exam, okay, so Java exam page should come. When someone click on Python exam, then Python exam page should appear here, right? When aptitude exam, so aptitude exam page should be there, right? But there is a condition. If the person log in into the system, when person can log in into the system when it has signed up. Sign up means user is creating new user is creating their account, right? So once user is sign up, then he can log. So once he is login, then only that person can write the Java exam, then only can write the Python exam, then only write the aptitude exam. Okay, after logout, if it will ask about the Java exam or Python exam, it should say please log in. It should display the login page, right? For example, if we are the new user, let me give you the example of again Facebook, right? So let's suppose Facebook.com is there. So the first time I'm using Facebook.com. So will I be able to log in here? I mean, if I use my email and some password, will it allow me to log? No, because my profile is not there in Facebook data center, right? So what I will do if I am the if I am the new user, what I will do? Sign up. Sign up means create a new account. So this sign up page will come. This sign up page indicates like I am the new user and I am creating my account. So it will ask some input from the user, okay, like enter first name and this thing. So this is a sign up thing. We have to create the sign up thing as well on our page. Okay, then only we will allow the person to write the exam. Okay, but before that, let's create the HTML for each. Okay, so first we will create the view, then each view we will create the template. Okay, so here is our code. Okay, so let's go to the view. So in view, we have only one view, which is home page view. Similarly, we have to create different view for the different exams, like for Java exam, for Python exam, and for every exam. Each exam will have its own view. Okay. So what I will do, I will write here def Java page view. Okay, you can write any name. So I'm writing here request data render. The first parameter is request again. Okay. Now tested slash the template file name will be Java exam, Java exams.html. Right? Okay. So this is we have created one. Similarly, we have to create for other exams. What is the other exam? Python exam and NP exam. So let's write here Python exam Python page Okay, so the request, in the request, return render request test slash, and what will be the file name? This will be the python exams.html. So python exams.html. Similarly, we have to create another view which is def. What is another page? Aptitude exam. So aptitude page request return render request, and now the temp file. So test underscore aptitude, right? Exams.html. Okay, so for each page we have created the view. Okay, so for each page we have created the view. Now what we have to do, for each view we have to create the HTML. As we mentioned, see, we have mentioned here home.html. So do we have home.html file available? Yes, this home.html file available. So no worry about it. Next we have java exam.html. Is it available? No, this file is not available. This file is not available. So what I will do, I will create the template file. Okay, so just click here and create here one file which is, what's the file name? File name will be java exams.html. Make sure we are writing the file name correctly as per the name given in the view. So this is the Java exams. So it's correctly written Java exams. Okay, fine. Now here we have to write the code. Okay. So what I will do, this base.html file containing our navbar. So this is base.html file containing navbar code. So this navbar code, this navbar, I want to keep on Java exam page. So what can I do? I can extend it. How to extend? We will see. So first, let's write here doc type HTML. Okay. So once we have done with doc type HTML, then we need to write here extend. Okay. First we have to extend which base.html. Right. So how we will extend? We will write here extends, and after that we will write the file name. Which file we want to extend? We want to extend the base.html. But where is the base.html? So base.html is inside the test tab. So here I will write test tab slash base.html. That's it. Okay, but make sure you are writing the application name. You need to put it in the single, right? Oh. Now what I will do, I'll create the body block. Okay, this is the common part. This is the part which is taken from the base.html. Now for this Java exam, there should be a separate section. So the separate section, how we will create? We'll create with the block. How to create the block? Just use the percentage and write the block and end the block. How to end the block? Just write end block. It's mentioned here, end block. What is the block name? There is no block name, but do I need to mention the block name? Yes, definitely you can mention the block name. So which block it is? Body block. What I need to do here, whatever you want to display here on this page, you can write here. inside the inside the block you can write whatever you want to display separately in Java exam. So I want to display here, I will write here one class which is Jumbotron. Maybe it is the part of step code, but let it be. We can replace the design later. So we are not bothering about designing part, right? Okay, you might be thinking like we are not using CDN, then why we are using this? No, actually we are using CDN base.html. Base.html, CDN is already there. So when we are extending this base.html, CDN is already coming here, right? So now after that, what we have to do, we need to write here container. Container is what? Container is a class, right? And we can mention here align center. Align, I think this is a deprecated, but anyway, we can use it for easiness. I think it is not deprecated. Okay, now what I will do, I will write one welcome message. Okay, welcome message means welcome to Java exams. Correct. Now, after that, what I have to do for this, just create one URL. So, where we will create the URLs, just go to the urls.py. In the urls.py, just write here path and write here URL name. So, what's the URL name? Java, and mention the view's name. So, what is the view? This is the Java page view. Okay, now test it whether it's coming or not. Go to the browser and type here Java. Yeah, so what we are getting here, we are getting welcome to Java page. Okay, so just a small message we are getting, and not a big deal. We will later we can do. So when I click on home, it should move to the home. When I click on Java, it should come on the Java. Why it is not working? Because in the anchor tag, when I'm pointing it, so can you see here at the bottom? Just focus here. Where you have to focus? You have to focus at this side, right? Okay, so when I click on home, so what it is saying, it is pointing to the hash, right now. Let me remove here Java. If I am clicking on home, it is pointing to the hash. When I am hovering on this Java exam, it is also pointing to the hash. But what I want, when I am when I am hovering on this home, it should point to the home page. When I am hovering on Java exam, it should, instead of hash, it should point to the Java page. Okay, so what we can do in the base.html, we need to, okay, so just go to the base.html. So this is the base.html, and here in the nav bar, okay, so in the nav bar, here I can give, in the home, I can give this forward slash. Forward slash means I want to point it by the home page. When there is a Java, so it should point to the Java page. Okay, and it should point to the Python page. But Python page we didn't create yet, but we will create in future. And it should point to the aptitude page. Correct. So, and when someone click on the logo, I mean for this logo, so it should point to the home page. So home page means forward slash page, right? Okay. So what I'm doing actually, we are mentioning here endpoint name, right? So when this is the home view, so nothing is there, home. So that is why I have given just forward slash there. But in Java. What is the endpoint name? Java. So that is why in the base.html I mentioned here /Java. Okay, so don't be confused much. Just see here. So now where you have to focus, let me just refresh, and you have to focus now to this side at this particular location. Okay. So when I hover on the when I hover on this home, so what I'm getting, I'm not getting hash anymore. When I'm pointing to this Java, so I'm not getting hash. When I'm pointing to the Java exam, what it is displaying? Java. So if I click on this, I'm getting Java page. When I'm clicking on home, so what I'm getting? I'm getting the home page. When I'm clicking on Java, so it is Java page. When I click on this logo, again I'm getting the home page. Okay. But when I click on the Python, I'm not getting anything. See, when I'm hovering on Python, so endpoint name is, it is displaying Python. It is displaying aptitude, but there is no HTML for the same. So what I will do, I'll just create the page quickly. Okay. So what we need to do, just go to the VS Code. In the VS Code, we have Java exam. Similarly, don't think much about it. Don't do anything much about it. Just copy the code and click on this and write here Python exam dot exams, actually exams dot html, right? And here just paste the code. Right now everything we have discussed about it. Instead of writing Java here, we can write here Python. That's it. Similarly, I can create the aptitude page. So how to create? We will write aptitude.html and here we can paste. Now the page name is Python exam page. Okay. Now very important thing, we have to check whether these all pages are linked with URLs or not. So for Java there is a URL, but for Python, for aptitude, there is no URL. So how many URLs I need to create? I need to create two URLs. I mean URL, or you can say endpoint, or you can say like names we have to create, path we have. So this is for Python. Make sure you are writing /. Okay. So this endpoint we have to link with views dot. What's the view name? This should be the Python page view. Okay, done. So make sure you are keeping the comma, otherwise it will give the error. And here what I will give, I will write here aptitude. Make sure the spellings are correctly written. Views dot which view? Aptitude view. Yeah, aptitude view. Okay, so now the things are clear. And these endpoint name I've already mentioned in base.html. As you can see here, base.html. So when someone clicking on this home page, /. Means home page. When someone clicking on the logo, what's the logo name? Nabed exam. So location is home. Okay. When someone is clicking on Java, when someone clicking on Java exam. Okay. So what's the location? Java exam. When someone is clicking on this Python exam, the location is Python exam. So let's see whether it's working or not. Refresh it. So as you can see here, it's showing home. It is showing Java. It is showing Python. It's showing, is not so. Template does not exist. Maybe some spelling mistake. It is common. Okay, so it should be aptitude exams. Okay, why I am saying it should be aptitude exam? Because in the view we have mentioned the same. We have said when there is a view page, then the HTML file name is aptitude exams.html. That is why we have to keep the same name. Now I think there will not be any issue. Just refresh it. Python, Java, and aptitude. Okay, so all the pages are come. Now the idea is, like when I click on home, when I'm clicking on home, so that is coming, that is fine. But I am the student who didn't log in or sign up, then why I'm able to access the Java exam? Why I'm able to give the Java exam? I'm the new user. I don't means my record is not exist in your system. Still I'm able to access this. So this is the weakness of our website. What I will do, I will add some security. Means when I click on this Java exam, it should ask my login details. Okay. If you are a new user, just log in. Otherwise, sign up. So that functionality we have to implement, right? So please note this code if you are miss something. Okay, right? So what I want basically, I want when I click on Java, so it should ask me the login details. So what I need to do, I need to add some, we can say, authentication. So for the authentication, I told you like there are some pre-installed applications are there in Django, which is Django.contribute.authentication, right? So we will use this application. We will use this application which through we can get the authentication. So for this, what I will do, I'll go to the views. Okay, so in the views, I will import, I will import here get authentications. Okay, so here I need to use authentication. Okay, so here I'll write from Django.contrib.authentication. So in the authentication, there are some decorators. So I will import that decorators. Okay. In the decorators, I will import the login decorator. Okay. So there is a login required decorators. Now, what is the decorators? Decorators means without changing the code of this particular method, is this particular function. I'm adding some functionality on it. Okay, it is like a wrapper. For example, whenever there is a gift, let me just explain you clearly. Whether you know about our decorators or don't know, you will be able to understand. Okay, so gift item for kids. Okay, so it should show us our best images. Uh, okay, let take something nice. Okay, so I think this is looking nice. Okay, just take it. Just let me copy it. I'm just telling you about the decorators before proceeding the code. So just wait, just wait. Create, copy the image. Okay, so let's suppose this is a gift, and this is nothing but you can consider it. This gift you can consider as our, we can say function. Which function? You can consider it like a home page view. Okay, so on this particular thing, what I'm doing, I'm trying to wrap it. I want to wrap it. Okay, because I have to send this gift to someone, so that is why I am wrapping it with gift, like gift wrapper. Okay, so I have, on the top of the gift I have added the wrapper. Okay, so it means our gift is same. Our gift is not changing. What we are doing, we are adding one more layer. On the top of the gift, we are adding one more layer. That is nothing but, that layer is nothing but This layer is nothing but this layer is decorate, right? So this layer is for decorator. This is our function. This is our original function. Means we are not changing in the source code of the function. We are not changing the gift. We are just adding the wrapper on. Okay, so this is all about decorators. Decorators means adding extra functionality on our existing functions, right? So now how to add? In order to add the functionality, what I will do? So for the home page, I will not add the functionality, but on the Java page, I will add the decorator. So whenever you add the decorator, it start with @ symbol. After that, you will write the decorator name. So our decorator name is login required. Okay. So now if I go here, okay. So if I refresh it, okay, and if I click on Java, so now it is not allowing us to access that page. It is saying 404. Okay, 404 is means the error is programmer side. Okay, user side error. Okay, so we have to fix this problem. So in order to fix this problem, what we need to do? Okay, so let me just tell you first. So whenever you are writing decorators, authentication decorators, so there must be a table. Okay? There should be a user table where user details will be there, and at the time of login, it should be verified. So what I'm trying to say, auth application will use one table, and what's the table name? The table name is user, right? So what we need to do now, create super user for admin interface, then add user. Okay, okay. So let's do this. So just create the super user. So for creating the super user, what I will do? Let me just stop it by pressing Ctrl plus C. Let me just clear it, and here I will write the command to create super user. So for creating the super user, we write the command which is py manage.py create super user. Okay, and here it is asking me the username. So I'm saying admin. Email I'm not giving. Password is 123 only. Again password 123. Saying too small and all. So just yes, I want to keep it. So super user has created. Now start the server. So py manage.py run server. Now what it is saying, what I've written here, I've written after creating the super user, go to admin interface. How to go to admin interface? Just go to here and remove everything. So you will get the home page. And here just write /admin. So this is what I am logging. I'm going into the admin interface. So while going into admin interface, it is asking the username and password. What username I have given while creating the admin? I've given the username which is admin. What password I have given? Okay, I'm telling you, but you don't tell anyone. The password is 1, 2, and 3. So here I got my admin interface. Okay, right. So what I will do as an admin, can I add another user? So this is what user, this is the admin user. And staff status. So it has the staff status. The status means it is the super user. Right? And what I've written here, I have written here add a user. Read this line once again. Create super user and go to the admin interface. Till here I have completed. Then add user. So I have to add a user. Just click here. Click on the add user and the username. Let's suppose username is Nobita. Okay. Password is 321. Password is 321. Just click on save. Please correct the error. So password is too small. Okay, so let me write no of the at the rate 1 2 3. Similarly here of the at the rate 1 3. What it is saying correct. So let's write the password correctly. Okay, so what I will say auth should I write the rate 1 of the at the rate 11. Click on save. Please correct the error. Password is too similar to the username. Okay, it should not be the similar from the username. Okay, so I'm writing here Django at the rate 11 Django at the rate 11. Click on save. Okay, so now we got the user. Okay, so we have added the user. Just see here we have Nobita as the user, but it is not the super user. It is not the staff. Okay, so this is a normal user. So I've added the normal user. Okay, so what we have seen here when I'm clicking on the, okay, let me just open a new tab and here let me write localhost 8000. This is my application address. Okay, right. So when I'm clicking on home page, there is no problem. But when I'm going to the Java, it is problem. What is the problem? Page not found. So this is a server side error or our end error. So this error is from our end. 404 means our end. 200 means success. 500 means the error from the server side. And 404 means the error from the programmer side. So this is a problem, we will fix it. So what problem we are getting? We are getting here problem which is problem problem 1. What's the problem 1? Problem 1 we are getting page not found. Okay, and the what is the error code? 404. The request method is what? The request method is get. Okay, so the request method is what? Is get. Okay, and it is also giving us this particular URL. Okay, so this is the problem we have written here correctly. Now we will see what to do with this problem. So these three things we are getting. So the reason for this problem is we didn't add the authentication path. So we need to add the authentication path, right? So in our installed application, if you will go to the settings, there is okay, there is one application which is authentication application. For this authentication application, we need to set the URL, authentication URL. For example, this is the test app. For this test application, we have different URLs and all the URLs you can see. So these all the URLs of the test application. Similarly, we have to add one URL for this authentication application, which is pre-installed. This application is pre-installed. So what I'm trying to say here, please take a note. Okay, so to solve this problem, solve solve this problem by including authentication application URL. So what we can do, okay, I'll tell you how to add the authentication URL. But before that, let me just keep it as a note. So here, create a new page. This is for day day 36, day 36 or day 30, which day it is? 6. Which day it is? So 34 and okay, it is 34. Okay, means yesterday we started this, so this is 34 and today is 35 and here 36 are going because someday I think we didn't start any project, so that is why it is 36. But anyway, just paste it here. Okay. So now what we have to do? So okay, so let me just remove some text here so that we can get the space. To overcome this problem, we need to add what we need to add URL. Okay, and I already told you why we need to add the URL. Okay, for the authentication app, we need to include the URL. So we will write what how we will add. We will go into the urls.py file. Okay, in the urls.py file, what we will do in the urls.py file, we'll add the path. Okay. So we have discussed about the like application label URL and project label URL. So this URL we are going with application label URL. When there is a application label URL, you need to use the include method. So what we will write here from from Django.urls import what we need to import the path which is already there. Path is already included. Okay, but the thing is which we need to include, which is include method. Okay, so by writing the include method, here we will say create path means endpoint. And for what you need to create the endpoint, if you will observe here, when I'm going to this page, okay, so let's see here one more time. When I'm going to this particular page, what URL it is showing? Accounts. So for this, we need to create one accounts URL, right now. So here I will say accounts forward slash, and this is where we need to make it application. So we have to include it from Django dot contribute dot country means country authentication dot URLs. Okay, so means authentication application URLs. Whatever URLs are there, I'm just keeping that URLs. Okay, the same thing I have to do in the URLs.py, right? So just go to here in the URLs.py file, which thing we need to add here, which we need to add here include. Okay, and we have to create one path. What's the path name? What's the endpoint name? We need to have here endpoint name, which is account, right? And this is where in views, no, it is not in the view, it is in the authentication. So I will write here Django dot country dot auth dot URLs. Okay, so this is what we have done, right? Okay, so now what we have to do, now let's check whether we are getting some results or not. So let me just refresh it. Let me, okay, server is running, home page is fine. I think we need to restart the server once again. Click right server, refresh it, just click on home. So home is there. Click on Java. So what it is saying now, this is the another error. This error is template does not exist and accounts forward slash login. So in the account application, there is no login page. Okay. So this is the second problem. Second problem is what? Second problem is template does not exist. Can you understand the problem? If you're understanding the problem, you may think about the solution. So what I need to do, just let me just remove this text. Let me keep this as a note. So this is the problem one. So I am keeping the problems in the notes so that whenever you face the problem, you can relate. Okay, that is why I am. It is taking time. I know this is taking really good time. I can easily create the login functionality, but if you are not understanding, then it is a waste of time. That is why I am taking more time to teach you each and everything step by step. Okay, I'm not in a hurry, and you should not be in a hurry. Try to understand the things, try to understand the problem. Okay, so what we are getting here now, we are getting another problem. So that another problem is nothing but problem 2 we are getting, right? So just wait a moment. The second problem is problem 2. So what is problem 2? So the problem 2 is in front of us. This is the problem. So let's just copy this problem 2, keep it in the notes. Okay, so this is another problem we have. So what we need to do to resolve this error, okay, to resolve this error, what we need to do? Create a folder. We need to create a folder. create a folder under templates with the name registration and create a file login dot. Right? What we need to do here, create a folder. So we have to create the folder under the templates. Okay, we need to create a folder under the templates. Name should be the registration. Folder name should be the registration. Right? And create what? Login.html. Okay, because it is not able to find the login.html. Right? So that is why we need to create here login.html. So for that, we need to create one folder. So let's go here. So see here we have the template folder. So inside the template we have tested folder, but inside the template we have to create one more folder, which folder name is registration. Okay. So in the registration folder, what I will do, I'll create one file and the file name is, okay, so the file name is login.html. Login.html. Make sure you are writing the spelling correct. Right? So in the login.html, what I will write? I will write some basic login code. Okay. So here I will write doc type. So I will write here doc type. And after that, here I will extend my base.html to get the navbar. So I will write here templating symbol. And here I will write extend from the test tab and base.html. So I want to extend this. Now here I'll create one block, okay, for writing the HTML for this login only. So I'll create the block. How to create the block? By writing this. Okay, so here I will write block and here I will end the block. When you are creating the block, end the block. Okay, so for ending the block, I will write end block. What's the block name? We can give any name, but I'm writing here body block. Okay, so here what I have to write? Here we have to write something related to login. So first of all, I will create one jumbo draw. Okay, and inside this jumbo drawn, I will create one container. Okay, and this container I will keep in center. So for center, align center. Okay, align center is done. Now what I will do? Okay, so what I will do now? Inside this, I will write H1 heading, and here I will mention please log in to write exam. You can write exam only when you will log in. If you will not log in, you won't be able to write the exam. Okay, so I've written this. Now, do I need to create login form? No, you don't really create the login form. You just need to create the form tag. Create the form tag, right? So in the form tag, let me delete this. I will write here method which is post. Okay, so if it is the post request, if your form is submitting through the post request, make sure that you are writing CSRF token validation. You're writing, okay, submitting by post, so there should be a CSRF underscore token. Okay. And here what you will do, I will write here form. form dot as underscore p. So you might be confusing like we didn't create the form, why we are injecting form here. So this form is already there in authentication application. So we don't need to create the form. We don't need to create this Python code for this form. We don't need to create forms.py. We just need to add this form dot as underscore p. So you can remove this add as underscore p. But why I'm writing as underscore p, so that I can give the form input in nice manner as a paragraph. After that, there should be a button submit the form. So button name is input. Type is what? Type is submit. Okay, and the value is what? Log. Okay, so this is what we have done. Now let's check whether the error is same, or do we get the, or do we have the solution for the error. So let me just restart the server. Just click on login. Just go back, refresh it. So home page is fine Java. So now it is asking login. Can you see? When I'm clicking on this Java, so it is asking login. Okay, but when I click on Python, it is not asking login. So for this, I need to use the decorators on each view. So for this, go to the view. See, we have different views: Python page, aptitude page, but decorator added only on the Java page. So means login functionality has on the Java page. So we have to keep this login functionality on each page. Okay, so here also we have decorators. Okay, here also I have given the decorator. So now see, when I click on home page, so there is no login required, but on Java login required, on Python login required, on aptitude login required. When I click on logo, no login. Okay, so can I write here username Nobita, and the password is what? Django at the rate 123. I think this was the password. Okay, so I think I've written Django at the rate 11. Okay, so now what it is saying? Welcome to exam. Welcome to Java exam, right? So it is saying, now it is saying welcome to Python exam, because I've logged in successfully. That is why it is saying, right? So this is what we have added the login functionality, but we didn't added the login functionality here as of now, but we will add it. Okay, you can see the code till then. So I think this code is important. See, right? So for example, if I want to add the login functionality here, like if the user can log in, so when someone click on this, the login page should come. Okay. So how we can do that? For doing that, we need to so okay. So in the login, let me write here username and password. Otherwise, I will forget it. So the so our user is what? User is writing as a comment. So user is what? Nobita, and the password for the same is password. Password is Django @11. So this is the password. Okay, you can give any, but you should remember the password. Okay, so on the base.html I'll go. So base.html is inside the test tab. So base.html, in the base.html there is one login. We have created login, login URL. Okay, so here we have login. So instead of writing here hash, I can give the name. What can I give? I can give here accounts.url, because when I was doing this, okay, so what was the problem? It was going to this particular URL, accounts.login, right now. So this URL I can mention this. So when it will go to this URL, it will find the login page from the registration. So I want to send him at this location. So keep this here. Okay, so accounts/login. So now check whether we are getting error or not. So just click on login. So we are getting login page here. Okay, so when you will click on login, you get the login. Okay, okay. So that's it for today. And tomorrow, I mean, in the next class, we will be discussing about the sign up and logout functionality. Okay, till now, we have discussed about this login functionality. And in the next lab, I mean, in the next class, we will discuss about the logout. Okay, as of now, we have login functionality is there, but logout is not. We'll discuss in the next class. So till then, we just give you this code. I mean, this problem. Let me push this code on the GitHub so that you can access it and practice this code. Okay, so let me stop the server, go back. Let me add this on the GitHub. So for this, git add dot git push, I mean git commit -m and oh sorry, git commit -m. The commit is what? Day 35. Okay, adding login functional. Right? Maybe the spelling is correct. Okay, so commented git push. Okay. So here we have done the code. Just click on this URL and you get the GitHub. And on GitHub we have to find which comment day 35 added login functionality. Just click on. Okay, the folder name is actually 34 because in the 34 folder we are working. Okay, but the comment is day 35. So you can consider this because this lecture is the continuation of day 30 34. Okay, so here you can see all the views and everything. Okay, so I have added the decorators. You can implement this. You can practice this. All right, guys. So thank you everyone for watching this video, for giving your valuable time.